Yo, what's up, squad? And happy Thursday, August 25th. Here are the announcements for today. As always, we are pros, positive, respectful, taking ownership for our learning and ownership for our environment. Make sure you're respectful, not just of our teachers, which is something that we tend to think about, but also respectful of others, respectful of their space, and respectful of yourself. Take the time to make sure that you are taking care of the things that you need to that are going to set you up for success in the future. That means being prepared. That means being disciplined in class, asking questions, being an advocate for yourself. Be respectful to not just your current self, but also your future self to set you up for success. All right, ready? We mentioned this already. We are moving that to Monday and Wednesday of next week, just due to some staffing concerns. So we're going to run adjusted schedules those days. Staff, you already have that schedule. We'll send it out again in the Monday message, but you already have that schedule. Students, I look forward to seeing what you know. Remember, if you need to see a principal or a counselor, there is a Google form in your grade level Google Classroom. Fill that out if you need to see somebody. Sunglasses, a reminder that those are not permitted. All right. You shouldn't need them anyway. The sun is outside, not inside. So if we see you wearing those, we're going to ask you for them. So you shouldn't have those. We talked about this yesterday. E plus R equals O. An event happens that's outside of your control. You have a response to it. You get to choose what your response is. There's all different types of responses, going from great responses all the way down to terrible responses. But the vast majority of the time, the response that you choose is going to lead to an outcome. Either it's a good outcome or it's a negative outcome. But the only part of this that you control is your R. So think about your responses. When an event happens that's outside of your control, think about how you want to respond to it. What choices do you have? But that's the really important part, is that we press pause and that we stop and we think about our choices. We think about our responses. We don't just react impulsively, that we take a minute to think about what do we want our outcome to be, and then choose the response that falls in line with that. So focus on your R, focus on your response. I had an opportunity last night to watch the 7th grade football team. Really close game. They came back from being down at halftime, down 20-0 at halftime, came back, made it 20-14, had a chance at the end to go in and score to either tie it or win it, but turned the ball over with, I think, 15 seconds left. So tough game for our 7th grade football team. They played hard, showed good sportsmanship, and I have no doubt that they'll be on the winning side of quite a few games this year. Good luck to our 8th grade football team, who is in action tonight. Ms. Schultz shared this with me. This is an interesting fact. John Tyler, who was the 10th president of the United States, that's what POTUS stands for, President of the United States, from 1841 to 1845, so that's like 180 years ago. He was 63 years old when his son, Lyon, was born in 1853, and he was 75 years old when his son, Harrison, was born in 1928, and Harrison is still alive. So think about this. The president from 1841 to 1845, his grandson is still alive today. That's a long time ago to have a grandson who's still alive. So thank you, Ms. Schultz, for sharing that with me. Birthdays. We don't have any birthdays here in the building today. No student birthdays, no staff birthdays. So I went searching. Who else's birthday is it? It is Kel Mitchell's birthday today. Students, I don't even know if you know who Kel is. This is before your time. Keenan and Kel, a little movie called Good Burger. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? You guys, students, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but hopefully a lot of our staff members do. It is Kel Mitchell's birthday today. I think he's like 46, I think I saw, which is crazy. That makes me feel really old. Some student shout-outs. Shout out to Isaac Finch for always making sure to push in chairs. Somehow he knew it is my biggest pet peeve when people don't push their chairs in. He even helps push them in when he's walking through my room after leaving Miss McCauley's class. So thank you to Miss Hoberman for sharing that, and good job, Isaac, for pushing in chairs. Josh Tanner is always taking ownership of his learning by participating in class discussions and asking questions to make sure he has a clear understanding. Love to see it. And that is from Miss Hoberman as well. Thank you, Miss Hoberman, for sharing those. And Isaac and Josh, way to be pros. All right. Hopefully you guys get some extra PBIS points for being awesome and demonstrating positive, respectful behavior and for taking ownership. I want to give a shout out to our staff. We've had a ton of staff coverage this week, and I know that that's challenging when you don't get that break, get that that planning time. So I want to give a shout out to all of our staff who've covered classes, and then also the patients with moving iReady back. It's been a challenging week just based on having some staff out of the building. But I really appreciate, our staff and everything that you guys do to help out your colleagues and your family members when things are difficult. So thank you, staff. We really appreciate you. And if no one has told you yet today, you are loved. We are so grateful that you are here at Middle School North. You belong here. You have all the tools to be successful. Be your own advocate. Ask questions when you got them. We love you. Have a thoroughly terrific Thursday. And as always, it is great to be a cruiser.